Hello, pretty people. Welcome to Simply Delish Duo. Today we are making a yummy, quick, and easy old traditional Italian recipe. Eggs in purgatory or eggs and tomato sauce. You guys, this you could have for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner.
So if you like this recipe and would like to see more, please subscribe to our channel by hitting that red subscribe button below.
The ingredients we're using today are a can of diced tomatoes. You can also use fresh tomatoes, just slice them up, and Roma tomatoes work best, but we're using about 796 milliliters of diced tomatoes. I have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm using fine grain sea salt. You could also use just white table salt. 2 chopped garlic cloves, half a cup of chopped onions, and 3 eggs. I'm using 3 eggs because it's only my husband and I. You could use as many eggs as you want. So, and probably about a tablespoon and a half of extra virgin olive oil. We'll add in our onions, and you want to cook up the onions until they're translucent. Give it a good stir. So we're going to let these cook up, and I'll be back in a moment. So the onions have been cooking for a few minutes. At this time, I am going to throw in our tomatoes. Now, I'm going to add in the garlic now. I didn't add it in earlier because the garlic cooks faster and you don't want it to burn because it has that bitter taste. So we'll throw in our garlic and our salt and pepper. And we'll give it a good stir. We'll let this cook down a bit.
And it'll take about 15 minutes.
Yeah, because you want to get some of that liquid out too.
The liquid out and the tomatoes to cook. So yeah, about 15 minutes before we add in the eggs.
So our tomatoes have been cooking for about 15 minutes. You guys, I like fresh herbs in my eggs in purgatory. So now's the time to add your herbs in there. I'm going to add in some fresh basil because it has so much flavor. And I also have some dry oregano. Chop it up here.
And this is optional. If you have it, go ahead, use it. If not, no worries. This is a good dish whether you have it or not. So
it just adds so much flavor when you're using. And I have the dry oregano. Give it a good stir here. And now is also the time, and I'm going to try to do this properly, to add my eggs. Okay, I add one at a time, and you try not to break the yolk.
if you do, it's fine, but oh, yay.
Yeah, yay. 2 to go. 1 down, 2 to go. There. So, like I said, we're doing 3, but you could do 5, how many you want. And we're gonna let the eggs cook for a few minutes, because I don't like my yolk too runny.
And we'll just take that spoon out.
Yeah. Sorry, I had egg on my finger. So we're gonna let the eggs cook a little bit, and you know what? I like my eggs runny, but not overly runny, because I like to dip my bread. You could use focaccia bread, toast bread, a nice crispy bread. You could actually put on a bed of rice, or my mom once in a while will put it on orzo pasta. She'll boil orzo pasta and just put the eggs on the orzo with a tomato. It's just so juicy, super juicy. So we're gonna let these cook down. Once they're cooked quite a bit, what you can do is you could put a lid on there to cook the top of it, or we just finished baking, so our oven's nice and hot. I am going to put them in the oven for a few more minutes, just so my yolk gets a little cooked, but not overly cooked. Like I said, I like it runny to dip my bread, and I am eating focaccia bread tonight with this.
So what we'll do now is we'll have it cook on the stovetop for a few more minutes. And after that, we'll place it in the oven for another minute or 2 until the yolk, like she said, is still runny, but not too jiggly googly. We like to dip the toast in there.
Absolutely.
So we've just taken the eggs out of the oven, and the yolk is exactly what I like. It's nice and soft. I will be having bread with it tonight, so I will be using that to dip my yolk in. also to soak up all that tomato sauce. So I hope you like this old, easy Italian recipe. So thank you for watching Simply Delish Duo.